willing to go out on a limb and say there's no such thing as self-betrayal. I've never seen it. And you've never once in your life betrayed yourself. I want you to understand that. You just don't like the truth of what actually happens. So let's talk about what actually happens. Self-betrayal, at its core, assumes that there's a fully formed version of you somewhere. It does, right? It assumes that there's a fully formed version of you sitting at the center of your life holding a laminated textbook and you just refuse to follow it. Right? It's so easy. But that person, that fully formed version never existed. It never even got here. You don't even have a kind of self like that. You have a survival kit that learned how to walk, and every time you betrayed yourself, it's actually that your past is outrunning your present and making decisions for you. That's what's going on. And that's not betrayal, but it is time traveling trauma in a panic sprint. And you reverted. You reached for the oldest version of you because your body thought it was the only way we could keep you alive today. Muscle memory. That's all that is. Self-betrayal is most of the time, I'm going to show you what's actually going on because a lot of people have so many bad thoughts about themselves. I'm going to just dispel some shit right quick. You did not stay quiet because you were weak. Never happened. You stayed quiet because silence used to be the only language that didn't get you punished. You did not pick the wrong person. That is not self-betrayal. Your body picked a familiar shape of a wound that you already knew how to navigate. You did not freeze, but your brain did slam the brakes before danger ever got in this room. You did not go back on your boundaries. That's a common self-betrayal one right there. Going back on your boundaries. You panicked and folded like a letter addressed to your own childhood. And none of this is betrayal. None of it is betrayal. I won't even let you call it that. It is strategy, though. It's old strategy, ancient strategy, inherited so deep strategy. Do you get what I'm saying? That it's really how it is. So you never backslid, right? You never backslid. I just want you to know that this type of muscle memory, it loads faster than your own name does. It really does, right? It wasn't self-sabotage either. Your nervous system just never learned how to trust the rooms you were in. It's just true. You didn't abandon your values. Your fight or flight pulled the cord before your voice could even come in. Before it could even come in. You never even turned against yourself. You protected yourself using the last strategy that ever worked. So if you want to understand this, you're not treacherous, right? You're not treacherous to yourself, but you are unmirrored, right? You don't know what your reflection looks like all the way. And you're unupdated. Right? So you end up using choreography that you learned in the house that you don't live in anymore. So you've never betrayed yourself at all, not even once. Not even once. But your past does move faster than your permission system. It does happen. So now I want you to understand that at the bottom of it is that there's two things that you end up learning in your life, right? There's survival, which might have been in your house, right? Might have been in your house, might still be going through survival. But there's survival, and then there's selfhood. And there's a whole different story to selfhood than there is to survival. It's what it is. It's what it is. So if you want to become a more whole person, you got to understand that your survival story is not going to be the thing that has the pin at the end of this. It'll be your selfhood.